Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mohammed Saim Khan and we are in now week 11 of this business tourism course, and let me take you through a journey through MICE. So in this particular video, we'll be doing obviously the introduction and historical context of business meetings, incentives through the ages, conferences tourism across eras, exhibition through time, and origins. We'll discuss about origins and how it's different in Europe and America, and some more things. So, without any further ado, let us start. So, the MICE tourism event sector is an important area in the event industry that specializes in the organization and implementation of business events. The acronym MICE, you know what stands for. The MICE sector has a rich history that has shaped its current prominence. The MICE sector plays an important role in the economy by providing opportunities for companies and professionals to network, do business, and showcase innovations. It promotes business travel, obviously, hotel accommodations, and other services in the event industry, which contributes to the economic development of a region. In addition, the MICE sector creates job in event management, event technology, hospitality, and tourism. And meeting includes different types of gathering where people come together for a specific purpose, such as business meetings, trainings, or workshops. Now, let's discuss the historical context of business meetings. So, the concept of business meetings has a long history, evolving over centuries to become the structured and essential components of modern business communication. So, as a brief historical context, in ancient civilizations such as Greece and Rome, forums and public spaces served as meeting places for discussions, negotiations, and trade. Business transactions often took place in marketplaces and communal areas. Uh, During the medieval periods, guilds and trade associations emerged, and members held meetings to regulate commerce, set standards, and discuss common interests. Trade routes and fairs became important venues for merchants to meet and conduct business. And with the Renaissance and the rise of formalized trade, merchants and traders began to establish more structured gatherings to negotiate deals and establish business relationships. The Industrial Revolution brought about significant changes in business practices. Larger companies and factories necessitated formal meetings to discuss production, distribution, and management. As businesses grew in scale and complexity, the 19th century uh, saw the formalization of board meetings for corporations. Boards of directors met regularly to make decisions, plan strategies, and oversee company operations. And the 20th century saw a further refinement of business meetings with the advent of technology. Teleconferencing and video conferencing became viable options for distant collaboration. Meetings evolved to include diverse formats from one on one discussions to large conferences, reflecting the changing nature of global business. And in the digital age, the internet, email, and various collaboration tools have revolutionized the way business meetings are conducted. Virtual meetings and remote collaborations have become commonplace, allowing for global communication without physical presence. Let's about current trends. Well, today business meetings encompass a wide range of formats, from traditional face-to-face interactions to virtual meetings conducted through video conferencing platforms. And you all have a pretty clear idea of that. The emphasis is on efficiency, collaboration, and inclusivity, with technology playing a crucial role in facilitating communication and decision making. So, in summary, business meetings have evolved from informal gatherings in ancient marketplaces to structured, technology enabled interactions in the modern business world. The historical context reflects the changing needs and complexities of commerce over time. Uh, let's talk about incentives through the ages. Well, incentive refers to travel programs or reward that trips that companies offers to their employees or customers to motivate and reward them. We have already discussed this pretty much in detail. Business incentives can be tracked back to various periods and cultures, reflecting the evolving nature of motivation and reward systems within the organizations. In ancient Egypt, workers who contributed to the construction of monumental structures were often regarded with extra food, better living conditions, or other privileges. Romans used a system of honors and recognitions to motivate soldiers, citizens, and public officials, fostering loyalty and productivity. And guilds in medieval Europe employed incentive structures to encourage craftsmanship and loyalty among members. Recognition and privileges were granted to skilled artisans, encouraging the development of expertise. Let me just keep marking it. Yeah, so we talked about the ancient civilization and medieval era. Okay, with the advent of industrial revolution, piecework payment system became prevalent. Workers were paid based on the quantity of items they produced, creating a direct link between efforts and incomes. And in the late 19th century, some companies introduced this profit sharing schemes. Employees received a share of the company's profits, aligning their interests with the success of the business. And in early 20th century, benefits. Companies started offering non-monetary incentives such as healthcare benefits and retirement plans to attract and retain skilled workers. Uh, Recognition programs emerged, acknowledging employees for their achievements and contributions. This helped boost morale and foster a sense of accomplishment. And after, World War II, academic studies on employee motivation gained prominence. The Hawthorne studies and Maslow's hierarchy of needs contributed to the understanding of psychological factors influencing employee performance. And performance-based bonuses gained popularities in the this mid 20th century. These bonuses tied to individual or team achievements, providing a financial reward for exceeding performance expectations. And in the latter half of the 20th century, options and equity ownership plans became popular as long-term incentives. Employees were granted ownership stakes, aligning their interests with the company's long-term success. Well, modern business incentives expanded to include wellness programs aiming to improve employees' physical and mental well being. Companies offer gym memberships, health screenings, and other wellness initiatives. Flexible work schedules and remote work options emerge as incentives catering to the changing expectations and preferences of the workplace. And with the rise of technology, online platforms, and social recognition tools allowed companies to recognize and reward employees publicly, enhancing the sense of appreciation and community. Today, businesses focus on the overall employee experience, incorporating a holistic approach to incentives that includes career development, work life balance, and a positive organizational culture. There is a growth emphasis on creating inclusive and diverse incentive programs that consider the unique needs and preferences of a diverse workforce. The historical context of business incentives reflects a continuous evolution in response to societal, economic, and organizational changes. From simple material rewards to complex and tailored incentive programs, the motivation of employees has been a central concern for businesses through history. In ancient times, travel was often motivated by religious reasons such as pilgrimage to sacred sites or festivals. Pilgrims were often rewarded with spiritual benefits, community recognition, and sometimes tangible offerings. During the medieval period, the concept of hospitality played a crucial role in incentivizing travel. Travelers were welcomed in monasteries, inns, and private homes with the expectations of reciprocity and good treatment for future travelers. In the Renaissance era, the Grand Tour became popular among European aristocrats. Young nobles traveled through Europe to acquire culture and artistic knowledge. This incentive was the prestige associated with a well rounded education and exposure to different cultures. Well, the 19th century saw the rise of health tourism where people traveled to spas, coastal resorts, and mountain retreats for therapeutic benefits. The incentive was the improvement of one's health and well being through the healing properties of specific locations. With the industrial revolution and advancement in transportation, mass tourism became a reality. Incentives included affordable travel packages, the allure of exotic destinations, and the promise of leisure and relaxation. Towards the end of 20th century, was a shift towards cultural tourism, driven by a desire for authentic experiences and an appreciation of local cultures. Adventure tourism also gained popularity with incentives for those seeking adrenaline pumping activities. In recent times, there has been a growing emphasis on sustainable tourism. Travelers are incentivized to choose eco friendly options, support local communities, and minimize their environmental impact. Experiential incentives such as personalized itineraries, unique cultural encounters, and gastronomic experiences have become more significant in attracting tourists seeking memorable and authentic experiences. Throughout history, incentives for tourism have been diverse, ranging from religious and cultural motivations to health benefits, leisure, and the pursuit of unique experiences. Societal changes, technological advancements, and shifts in cultural values have continually shaped the motivations and incentives driving people to explore the world. Now let's talk about conference tourism across eras. Conferences are larger events that focus on the exchange of knowledge, uh, information, and ideas in a specific field. You all know this much. They include lectures, discussions, panels, and networking opportunities. Conference tourism has a rich history that spans different eras, reflecting the evolution of communication, trade, and knowledge sharing. A brief overview of conference tourism across periods. You will in ancient and classic era. In ancient Greece, the concept of the symposium served as a gathering for intellectual discussions and exchange of ideas. Philosophers, scholars, and thinkers convened to share knowledge and engage in intellectual discourse. In ancient Rome, forums and assemblies were platforms for discussions, debates, and decision making. These gatherings attracted individuals from various regions. The medieval guilds and councils, well, during the medieval period, guilds and trade associations held meetings and conferences to discuss industry practices, regulations, and trade agreements. These gatherings were crucial for networking and establishing standards. In the Renaissance, salons and academics emerged as intellectual hubs where artists, scientists, and scholars gathered to discuss and promote advancement in art, science, and philosophy. These events contributed to the dissemination of knowledge. The 18th and 19th centuries saw the formalization of scientific conferences where researchers and scientists convened to present findings, share discoveries, and discuss advancements in various fields. The British Association for the Advancement of Science, founded in 1831, played a pioneering role. The establishment of professional associations and centuries in the early 20th century lead to an increase in specialized conferences. These events provided platforms for professionals in specific fields uh, to exchange information, present research, and network. The post, uh, you know, World War II era witnessed an increase in international conferences, particularly in diplomacy and geopolitics. Events like the Yalta Conference and the United Nations conferences became pivotal in shaping global policies and relations. The late 20th century saw a surge in the industry specific conferences and trade shows. Sectors like technology, healthcare, and finance organized large scale events where professionals could showcase products, discuss trends, and engage in business networkings. In the 21st century, the rise of digital technology has transformed conferences with the advent of virtual and hybrid events. And we have discussed this like in enough detail. Online platforms enable participants to attend conferences remotely, expanding accessibility and reducing the need for physical travel. Throughout history, conferences have been pivotal in fostering collaboration, disseminating knowledge, and advancing various fields. The evolution from ancient symposium to modern virtual conferences reflects the changing dynamics of communication, globalization, and technology. Now, discuss exhibitions through time. Well, exhibitions are trade fairs um, or exhibitions where companies can present their products, services, or innovations. Exhibitions and event tourism has a rich history that has evolved in response to societal, economic, and technological changes. Overview of how this formed over the times. Well, in ancient civilizations, festivals and markets served as gatherings for people from different regions to exchange goods, ideas, and cultural practices. These events attracted travelers seeking unique products and cultural experiences. During the medieval period, fairs became significant events where merchants and traders converged to exchange goods. These fairs, often held at strategic crossroads and market towns, attracted participants and visitors, contributing to the growth of event tourism. In the Renaissance, courts, courts and royal families organized grand events and exhibitions to showcase artistic achievements, technological advancements, and cultural progress. These events drew participants and spectators, fostering a sense of competition and collaboration. The 19th century witnessed the rise of international exhibitions or world fairs where countries showcase their industrial and cultural achievements. These events, such as the Crystal Palace exhibition in London in 1851, attracted millions of visitors and marked a significant shift towards global participation in large scale events, in large scale exhibitions. So, at this point, I would like to take your leave and I'll continue the exhibition through time in our next video. So, have a good day and we'll meet in the next video.